Mic test. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Thank you for coming, despite the heavy rain this morning. Maybe we shall wait for another 2 more minutes, or shall we start now? The talk actually, by the organizer, they scheduled me for 11:45, but I do not want to eat into your lunchtime. So, I wanted to stop at 12 sharp. So, in fact, I'm not going to take very long. I'm going to just have just 8 slides. I want to talk about today what is live streaming all about in the medical market, how is it being used, deployed, and most importantly, how we do it for NUH Women's Clinic. I think maybe I should just start the presentation. A very good afternoon. Once again, thank you for coming. My name is John. I'm from AV Media. A little bit about our company. Right down from analyzing the client's needs to providing the solution in live streaming, as well as advising the client, down to installation and training. We're actually essentially a one-stop shop that do it for all our clients. I'd like to talk a little bit about the potential of live streaming in the market right now. Why we actually do this is because this solution will allow a large group of medical students for them to replicate the in-theater experience. It's not like in conventional theaters whereby only a few practicing surgeons will be allowed into the operation theater. This will allow a bigger group in a more time-saving and a more cost-effective way. So the medical practitioners will be able to experience and learn from a real-time operation, rather than a recorded operation whereby after that, maybe, I do not know whether it will be edited to a certain point extent. So whatever the operation that is being seen, whatever is real in real time, will be actually learned by the students in the comfort of their own classroom. All right? Our solution will be also to record directly from any medical equipment. You can have CT scanners, your patient monitoring system, ultrasound equipment. And most importantly, this solution is customizable. We understand that this is not a one-size-fits-all solution for all our clients. We can customize it to who do you want to stream it to. Maybe the clients who are going to receive the live stream. We can actually customize it to what do you want to stream it. Do you want to stream it from this equipment, whichever equipment, what kind of cameras you have in your operation theater? When do you want to stream it? Maybe you can schedule a scheduled recording in the operation theater, and as well as where do you want to stream it to. All right? A little bit about my client. My client actually is from NUH. They are actually the Center for Reproductive Education and Specialist Training in NUH. They are the Asia Pacific's first built facility for such training. The soft launch was in October 2010 last year. And this March, the event was actually graced by the Health Minister, Mr. Kaur. So the highlight was actually to provide live streaming solution for clinicians, doctors, and around the region in Asia Pacific, for them to actually learn. So it's actually specifically for IVF treatment. All right? I want to talk about the locations where we did live streaming for my clients. Essentially, the clinic actually is NUH Women's Clinic, right at the Kent Wing, whereby the operation will actually take place. The students are actually located in Crest Center, which is the lecture theaters right at the far end of NUH. This is where actually the main car park where you go in. That's where the students are actually located. So we're actually supposed to come up with a solution to bridge and connect the students and the professor right from these two locations. I want to talk a little bit about the connectivity between these two areas. I'll start with the NUH Women's Clinic. They actually wanted to connect the ultrasound equipment. That's a professor's request. And the professor, actually he himself is inside working in the women's clinic with the patient. And he's actually connected with a wireless microphone. So that as he operates onto the patient, he speaks, the students will be able to hear what he says. So essentially, we create a virtual learning environment for this entire operation process. For the students, they actually have 2 cameras on them to see what they actually are doing, what the students are actually doing, and a desktop for them to connect and receive the live stream, and a projector to project out. The microphones connected inside the lecture theatre is for the students to communicate with the professor and ask questions, maybe towards the end of the operating procedure. All right? So they are actually connected via LAN. The 2 of them are actually connected via the LAN network that's actually the existing IT infrastructure available in NUH. All right? This is the streaming end result that we got from the live streaming. Basically, this is actually the ultrasound picture that we got it from the machine and the patient. These 2 images are actually, in fact, the students. So I would like to show you a video of how the procedure actually went. All right?
So again, like ultrasound scan, first we go in the midline. This is the uterus. I'll go into the right, and here you see all the large.
So you hear in the background that the professor is actually talking to the students when he's actually doing the ultrasound operation.
Recovery has to be done by a sagittal plane always, and that is in correlation with the dotted line. The dotted line is the path of the needle track. So when we insert the needle afterwards, we will go along the dotted line. Now when we plan for oocyte recovery, always on a sagittal plane, and you look, this is an ideal case because the follicles, the ovary is just next to the vagina, and what you want is you don't want anything to go in between. You don't want to have the cervix in between, you don't want to have the bowel in between, and this is the ideal. And when we start the oocyte recovery, we'll go, you can either start from lateral, like this, lateral, and then slowly take one by one.
I would like to fast forward a little bit to the question and answer session, whereby you can actually hear the medical students and the professor talking to each other.
Middle first, and then a little bit lateral. You notice just now I took 3 small follicles.
Okay, notice the
so
lady in pink.
Is on the way,
she's holding a mic, so I think she probably has a question to ask the professor.
Prof, we noticed that you withdrew the needle tip a little bit as the follicle collapses. Is that right?
What is it?
You withdrew the needle tip a little bit as the follicle collapses. Is that what you're doing? You went in and withdrew a bit?
No, when the follicle wall collapses on the tip of the needle, that's when I withdraw it.
Okay.
Because when the follicle wall collapses on the tip of the needle, it may obstruct
the fluid.
Then I withdraw it, not on insertion.
All right.
Okay, that's it. Now, but what I want to show you, look, guys. What is this?
Iliac vessel.
This is an internal iliac vessels, and it's only next to the ovary. So we have to be careful not to go beyond that ovary. You see the ovary is just lying next to the iliac vessels. Actually, it's scary, don't you think so? Huh? You see the vessels next to the ovary, side by side.
Okay, I think I'll just stop at right here to not to reveal certain details. But anyway, essentially, this solution was provided specially and customizable for NUH to bridge the learning distance and to ensure that the students learn it live at the comfort of their own classroom. All right. We have other examples as well. I do not want to show some gruesome images for you before your lunchtime, but I just show something more mild, and this is taken from one of our dentist patients. All right. Basically, when the student actually is looking at the live streaming, he's not affecting the live streaming at all. He can actually customize it and turn it around, and he can just double click and he can see the whole stream. So the user interface is quite friendly. This is one of our user interfaces. We have also changed the user interfaces to be more friendly, improved from the principle. We can talk about it later. So essentially we can record from your operating theater cameras using the technology of the video out. Most of the systems are actually using the HD SDI or DVI, so it's quite a common source. And for the patient monitoring system or ultrasound machine, we usually have a way to actually record out the signal, and actually it's dedicated. It is not like just a recording image. From what you actually see here is just like the real thing, the native resolution. So, okay, this is what I have give you a glimpse of how the solution works for NUH. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me a time slot for speaking here, and of course NUH for allowing us to actually present this. Certain details actually is found in this issue's Systems Integration Asia. I think we have 3 copies right here. I think we can all take it. So we talk about the setup in a write-up for NUH, what kind of equipment they actually have, how we actually connect them together, the need, and what kind of users are actually using it. So feel free, come out here, and I want to thank System Integrations for sponsoring the magazine, to cover my report, and as well as the event today for my talk. That's my email. Should you, today is just half a day left. If you can't find me or whatever, you can always drop me an email and ask me any questions about how do you want to customize your solution for your own hospital or your own healthcare group. I'm located at booth B11. Feel free to come to look for me or my colleagues. We can always talk about it. All right? Once again, thank you for coming. Thank you.